Yo, hello survivors, welcome back to another video here on my channel, and we are back with Ark Survival Ascended. In this video we're going to be discussing the best starter dinos that can give you the leg up on the island. These creatures aren't just companions, they're going to be the key to your survival, gathering resources, and there's a few defenses that can be used with a few of these dinos. Don't worry, the Rex is not going to be involved in this video because it's obviously not a starter dino, but yeah. We're just going to go through. I'm going to highlight a few like the combat efficiencies, like their harvesting abilities, and a few of like their main stats to be looking out for when you've got these type of dinos to your disposal. So yeah, without further ado, we may as well just get straight into the first dinosaur. First dino on our list, guys, is the Moschops. Now for me, this is a small powerhouse type of dinosaur, perfect for taking down those small wild dinos that you'll see along the beach and some a bit inland as well. And yeah, it's got a great health stat. Its melee damage is insane for how easy this tame is. I'm going to point out that it doesn't need a saddle, which is great, so you're not using your resources up for that. And yeah, it's a great first combat dino that you're probably going to have on the island. It's a passive tame, so you don't need to even knock it out and get all your narco berries and stuff. All you need to do is just go up to it. It's passive, so it won't even want to attack you unless you attack it. So all you need to do is you'll just go up behind it with a berry or whatever its requirements, which will come up on the little display when you get close to it. And it'll say what it wants. Mostly it's going to be berries, but if sometimes it's like rare flowers, which can be difficult to tame. But if you get lucky and it's the berries, then you're all good. This is a great first dinosaur to have in your tribe and at your disposal. It's also great for harvesting keratin, chitin and stuff like that from trilobites and flies and bugs and stuff like that, which is essential for reaching like higher tier armors, and also like saddles for like flyers and higher up tames. So definitely a Moschops is one of the first dinos that you should be looking at getting if you haven't got it already. And yeah, let's move on to the next dino. Next dino on our list is actually one of my favourite dinos in the whole entire game. To be honest, I don't even know why, but as you can see, it is the Iguanodon. This wasn't on day one release of Ark Survival Evolved, but it's on day one release of Ascended. And when this dino came out, I was obsessed with it. And we're going to go through a few of the mechanics and stuff, but it's comparing it to the similar type of dinos that this is. You're looking at the trike and the parasaur. I think the Iguanodon does better than both of them in every single aspect. Maybe the trike has a bit more armor to their body, but I think the Iguanodon's great. It's better for movement. It's better than health, definitely for the parasaur, and its melee compared to those other two dinos that I've mentioned. This one's definitely the best. Its power that it has in its thumbs is just incredible. If I can try and show you now if I get on. Look at that. just using its thumbs to just deal so much damage. It's great. Movement as well is really good, as you can see, and it's actually got two levels. So this one's the quicker one, and then if you press LT, or I think it's L2 on PlayStation, you get this sort of like striding one, which is great. This dodo can get a piece of this Iguanodon. There you go, nice and easy. So yeah, its movement's probably the best part about this dino. It also collects berries really well as well, and I believe it might be thatch as well. I could be wrong, but yeah, definitely a good berry harvester. With that, its mobility is great. It's got an impressive melee damage with its thumbs. It's just a superior option compared to the parasaur and the trike, and because it's a berry collector as well, it's probably one of the best ones to start with. It's going to get you quicker to get in all those narco berries, to get all the narcotics as well. So yeah, just one of my favourite tames. It's just a great dinosaur. If you're looking to start on the island, this is one that you're going to need to be looking out for, really. It's going to be all along the beaches in the south zone, as for the Moschops and probably most of the other ones that you're going to see on this list. So yeah, let's move on to the third dinosaur. For this next tame slash dino, guys, you're going to be looking for is the Ankylosaurus, or short, the Anky, which you're going to find in the bottom right of the island map. It's called Herbivore Island. The best way to get over here is with a raft, but you can also get a water tame over to here as well if you've got one at hand. But this is the Ankylosaurus, or the Anky, like I say. This dino is going to be your metal gathering maestro, and with this weight reduction it just makes it a whole lot better. You can carry a lot more metal to your forges and stuff like that to get you to higher tiers of armor and materials and weapons and tools and so on and so forth. So this is a must-have tame for acquiring your metal resources, and every tribe, every survivor needs one of these, because gathering metal by hand and tools is not as efficient as with an Anky. So this is what you need. This is the tame that you're going to need to progress. So yeah, it's on Herbivore Island. Like I say, it's in the bottom right. Go find it, and I'll just do a quick demonstration with the metal if I can find one while I'm here. The only thing is, the downfall with this is that its movement is quite slow. Its attack is not very great. Yes, like mobility is not great at all. But yeah, it's just there to stick on the top of a mountain just to gather your metal. So there you go. I've got a metal node over here. So yeah, it's your metal gatherer. This is a must. It does collect berries as well, but that's not the necessary need for this tame at all. It's just for gathering metal. That's the only purpose that people give for this dino. And yeah, you can even see, all you can see is that in the Ankylo's inventory that it's collected 60 metal pieces for us, which turns into 30 metal ingots unless you've got the industrial forge. But yeah, you don't even need, you will find the Anky on this island as well, so that's great. And as you can probably tell, I'm on Herbivore Island and there's nothing aggressive attacking me, so I can peacefully mine all these metal nodes, smelt it up, because all the metal nodes on the island are on like top of mountains and stuff, and it can be really difficult to get up there, for one, especially for new survivors, and two, there can be aggressive dinos in the area, which is gonna just basically distract you and like could kill you and send you backwards instead of going up in the world. So yeah, this is where you come through. This is where you come to, sorry, to get your first Ankylo to get all your metal. So yeah, great dino. On to the next. For our fourth dino, guys, you're going to be getting the Raptor. Now, this guy isn't the sturdiest when it comes to health, but its damage output and speed, movements, and so on is a very valuable defender and attacker to have in your tribe. They're very easy to bowler as well. You've probably come across it against, while you've been walking around the island. The Raptors come out of nowhere and they just start attacking you. Just look at them, lob a bowler at them. Pretty sure you get the bowler around level 14 or whatever, so it's very early on in the game, and just knock it out that way. It is a knockout tame, so just, you can punch it with a club, or like a slingshot or something like that to get it down. I forgot to mention as well, the Anky is also a knockdown tame as well, so you probably need trank arrows for that one to get that one down, but the Raptor should be alright. It's got low torpor, so yeah, just hit it with a club is probably the easiest way to do it as a starter. But yeah, this is your ticket, or your ride, should I say, for gathering hide, for crafting the essential equipment that you need in the future, because everything in this game pretty much evolves around having hide on you. Some things can get really expensive with hide, and all the essentials require hide, especially for saddles and armor pieces. So Raptor's very good for getting that for you early game, until you've got the metal hatchet, which I've got in my hand. This is probably the next best thing to get after the Raptor to get your hide. So yeah, obviously it's a much better upgrade to the stone hatchet. So yeah, that's the Raptor. Make sure you get one of these in your tribe, because I love them. They're great. They're a nuisance in the wild, but they're great when they're in your tribe. Let's move on. Finally, guys, last but not least, we have the Argentavis. Now, while I was prepping this video, I was like, does the Argy, which I like to call it, short for the Argentavis, why, is it a starter tame? Now, if you're an experienced player like me, you could probably get this in the first, I don't know, maybe like 5-6 hours if you're playing the game, if you know where to find them. If you just travel up the coast of either side, you'll eventually hit RG territory. But yeah, I didn't know, but I wanted to be different from all the other videos that I've seen on YouTube. And I'm going to put the Argentavis as my starter dino, especially for all you experienced players. Then I think you would also class this as one of your start ones. If you are brand new to the game and you've actually never played Ark Survival Ascended, probably this bit is probably irrelevant to you. This is probably the next step after you've got like your leveling up and stuff, because I don't think the saddle's until like level 62 or something like that, so that's pretty progressed into the game. But if you know where the survivor notes and stuff like that are, you can get to pretty much level 62 pretty rapidly in your first few hours of the game. So this is why I've put it in, because I'm an experienced player and I know that I can get the RG pretty early on in the game. So yeah, and you can get to level 62 pretty easily. So yeah, this tame is a game changer, to be honest with you. This is like an exceptional flyer. Its stats are incredible right across the board, from its health to its melee to its weight especially. Stamina is also great on this tame, so you can fly cross map pretty much if you've got like a level 100 plus, if you've got a good one on your side. So yeah, also a knockout tame as well. You're definitely going to need either trank darts with the rifle, or you can have like a good crossbow and just keep hitting headshots, and eventually you'll knock it out. There's also traps as well that you can make for these type of dinos as well with the flyers, because eventually they fly off because their torpor is high and they reckon they're going to get knocked out. So if you want to see some traps, let me know down in the comments. I don't mind making that video for you guys if you think it's necessary. But there's loads on YouTube that you can go check out, and they'll probably do a lot better than I can. So yeah, RG's a great one. This thing can kill alphas if you've got a high enough level. So if you're like in alpha territory, or you constantly keep seeing them, try and go and get an RG. If you get high enough level one, you can literally take out alphas with this tame. So I'd definitely think about doing it. But yeah, it's great for exploring, and also construction as well with building. You can get different angles on it as well. So let's take it out for a spin, and I'll just show you what the speed is and stuff like that. So pretty good speed. It's not quite as good as the Pterodon, but you take this up with your Anky as well. Speaking of, it can actually pick up the Anky as well. So if you take this over to Herbivore Island as well, you can like carry the Anky and the metal around, which is great. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it's helpful. If it is, make sure to like the video to let me know that this was helpful to you and I need to make more. Maybe I'll do like a part 2, because I know there's a lot of other dinos out there that I've definitely missed off, that we should really talk about. But these are the top 5 that I would be looking at when I start the game, if I'm fresh or I actually am an experienced player. So yeah, with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the Ark. See you later. Peace.